Hey, we had a call come in.
Oh, das war schon ein bisschen zu romantisch.
Forrest Nash here. Listeners, we've got another caller live on 189.16, The Scream. What's on your mind, caller?
Hey, Forrest. I just wanted to phone in and say that I think I speak for everyone when I say that you're providing a real service for Gallows Creek tonight. It's cool what you're doing, man.
Well, I'm just doing my job, friend. Anyway, tell me about yourself. What's your name? Are you keeping safe tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm good, thanks. I'm at my roller rink, trying to get everything ready for the Harvest Festival tomorrow. I had a guy from Starling Security here earlier installing the Starling 4000 system, so I'm a little behind. As for my name, my friends call me Roller Ricky, and I now consider you a friend, my man.
We're friends now, huh? Well, that's kind of you to say. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like roller skating is more than just a job to you. So is this vocational?
I wasn't always Roller Ricky. Once upon a time, believe it or not, I used to go by just Ricky. Yeah, back then, things were pretty rough. I used to roll with a bad crowd. Not all bad, but there was this one guy. Anyway, some bad stuff went down. I harbored a lot of guilt for a long time and turned to the bottle. I didn't really talk about it or even know how to talk. It's just how it was. That bottle took the best years of my life. Or so I thought.
It's never too late, Roller Ricky.
How did you turn things around?
I joined a support group. I opened up about my problems. Sharing that burden just took so much weight off. It's a long story from there, but I found roller disco. I learned how to have fun again, cutting loose and making shapes. Now whenever I get down, I get down. I'm finally free from it all, man. It's important just to talk to somebody. That's the first step. Ain't that right, Max?
Aw, hello, Max.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Max.
Max is my emotional support dog. He's a rescue dog, but I always say he's the one that rescued me. He's the best dog a guy could ask for. Of course, the first thing I did was teach him how to skate. He's better than me now, a real pro.
Max can skate.
Yeah, man. At first they said it couldn't be done, and then they said it shouldn't be done. But Maxie loves the rink, man. Is that another train, Maxie? Maxie loves trains, man. He's even got that special how to greet them.
Vielleicht ein tolles Paar, es ist was ganz Besonderes, deine Nachbarn lieben das.
It sounds like you two make a great pair.
Maxie appreciates all the positivity you're throwing out, my man. You know, I'm actually hosting free skating lessons tomorrow at the festival. I think it's a great opportunity to give back to the community. Man, all this talk of skating's got me itching for a boogie. Before I switch my radio off for the night, could I request a song for us? Something I can groove to, you know, something funky. It'll be me and Maxie's final boogie breakdown tonight. Then I think we'll take it down a level.
I can do that. Thanks again for calling. You and Max, be safe now, okay?
Bye, Maxie.
You got it, man. Peace.
Well, folks, this next one goes out to Roller Ricky and Max. Enjoy.
Das hatten wir noch nicht, ne?
Enjoy this classic by Smooth. It's their hit song, The Word.
I really needed that call, you know, after everything.
Yeah, I get that. He talked a bit much for my taste, but it is inspiring to hear somebody come back from the brink like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You were thinking about Max on skates, weren't you?
Well, would you look at that? Another caller on the line. What are the odds? Better take it.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. This is Forrest Nash. How are you tonight, caller?
I'm doing okay. I made it home
Oh,
safe.
sorry.
Gary!
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for doing what you could earlier. You know, even though not everybody made it, and, I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. You were so brave earlier. You're safe now.
I wanted to ask you why. Why he didn't. Why am I.
Why what, Carrie?
Why did he spare me? After what he did. Why let me go?
Vielleicht hat er dich als Opfer angesehen. Vielleicht ging es ihm nur um diejenigen, die Streiche machen. Vielleicht hatte er einfach keine Lust mehr.
Maybe he only wanted to hurt the pranksters.
Maybe. Did he just think everyone was making fun of him? Did he always hate these hazing rituals? I mean, if he did, why wait all these years to... Why do this now?
These stupid hazing nights have to stop. Carrie, you did so well tonight. Stay safe and rest. Help is coming to Gallows Creek. We just need to hold on.
Thanks, Peggy. Hey, Forrest? Could I request a song?
Of course, Carrie. What song?
Any song by Blast Processor. And thank you.
This next one goes out to Carrie.
You know, what Carrie just said has really got me thinking.
About what?
The whistling man left her alone. Why? There must be a reason.
When it comes to masked whistling killers, I don't think a reason is a key part of their process.
Well, it's something to consider. I need to take a break. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Just hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were going to play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
But we don't have that song. As you just said, Peggy threw it out the window.
But, Forrest, you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the whistling man just at the old murder house? It's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
Call us back tomorrow when this is all over, Dawn, and I'll gladly play it for you then.
No, that won't do. Don't worry. I think I can bring you around. Forrest, Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something. I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over.
Beatles?
You're gonna love this next track. Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If she's telling the truth...
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Wait. Our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, you know, I never thought about it, but yeah. We should talk to Reggie about that later. Anyway, I'll hold the fort down while you're out. Maybe I'll even get a caller. That could be exciting. 189.16, The Scream. With me, Peggy.
Gut, ich meine, jetzt ein D von dem, der heute Nacht ist bis jetzt. Obwohl, wenn die nur von innen aufgeht, ist es scheiße.
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here, in the open, alone.
Was mit dem, der da gestorben ist, ist ja. Muss man gleich auf der Karte gucken. Ach, schon, der sich schon gefunden. War zwar mehr Zufall, aber. Da haben wir, ne? Ach, da ist die Schallplatte.
Here it is. Long ride home.
Ich würde gerne laufen, geht aber nicht.
Of course. It locks behind me. And of course the key doesn't work on this side. Fantastic. Maybe there's another way back in through the basement. A door, elevator, or something.
Jetzt noch eine Sicherung. Ich glaube, du brauchst bestimmt die ganzen alle 3 Sicherungen, um das zu aktivieren. Ja gut, wenn die Feuertür eh nur von einer Seite aufgeht, dann braucht man die auch nicht abschließen.
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses. Nah, that's not right. Do the fuses add up properly?
Was ist nicht richtig?
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses.
Was? Da sind wir neue Sicherungen. Hast du das wieder vorgegriffen oder was? Was soll ich denn machen? Da liegen hier noch andere Sicherungen.
And that's broken too. Only the best for K-Fam. See if I can fix this. Looks like a power issue. I should check the fuse box.
Ah, jetzt verstehe ich. Deswegen auch die 70 da. Gucken, dass ich den 70 hinbekomme. Mit den verschiedenen Sicherungen. Ich sollte eigentlich mehreren aufnehmen können. Ne? 30. Die 70. Das sind ja nur 3, 4 Sicherungen. Gucken, wo die blaue ist, was das für eine war. Bestimmt 30 das höchste. Dann 10, 20. Nee, das ist 15. 15 plus 15, 20. Plus 20. 30 sind 70. Was soll der noch? Was war drin? 20, 40, 70.
Bingo! I could probably survive that fall.
Toll.
Looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive?
Ja. Ja. Was ist das denn hier?
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this. Huh. There's a key. I'll just take that. Might be important.
Gallow Creek High School, Jahrgang 69, Kate Walker, Wissenschafts AG, Mary Campbell, Theater AG, Stanley King, Schriftsteller AG, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen and Williams, Billy Price, Chuck Body. Power Station, Trailer Park, Gas Station, Hospital. 1922 unter Montag, Katastrophennest, Riesenrad bricht los, 15 Verletzte, wer hat Schuld? Das Erntefest von Gallow Creek fand nach einer Tragödie nur Stunden nach der Eröffnung dieses Jahres ein frühes Ende. Das Big Rail löste sich aus einer Verankerung und rollte durch die Stadt. Eine Untersuchung ist im Gange, mehr auf Seite 12. Kim Walker, Chuck Brody. Die Grippe im Griff. Die ortsansässigen Ärztin K. Walker empfiehlt allen Einwohnern, sich so schnell wie möglich gegen die Grippe impfen zu lassen. Die Grippesaison steht bevor und 84 wird nicht anders als das Jahr zuvor. Schützen Sie sich. Was mich angeht, war 1969 bisher ein großartiges Jahr. Personalzuwachs im Kraftwerk. Das Kraftwerk von Gallow Creek stellt 20 neue Mitarbeiter ein, darunter 12 ehemalige Schüler der Gallow Creek High School. Ups. Spendenaufruf für Unterstützung von Chuck Body. Chuck Body, der ehemalige Football-Captain der Gallow High, zog sich bei der Festkatastrophe Ende letzten Jahres Verletzungen zu, die das Ende seiner Karriere bedeuten. Um ihn bei seiner Genesung zu unterstützen, besorgen wir ihm Lottoscheine. Hoffentlich hat er Glück und kommt wieder auf die Beine. Wortspiel nicht beabsichtigt. Scheine bitte im Eimer unten hinterlegen, danke. Hochzeitsmeldung. Wir möchten die Hochzeit von Kim Walker und Peter Steen am 30. Mai 1970 feiern. Alles Gute für das glückliche Paar. Glückwünsche. 1977. Gallup Reporter. Dienstag, 19. Juli 1977. Verbrecher-Syndikat hochgenommen. Kriminelle Organisation ausgehoben. 24 Festnahmen, Informant auf freien Fuß. Polizei hat dem seit langem operierenden Autodiebstahl Syndikat heute endgültig den Garaus gemacht. Die Festnahme erfolgte nach einem Bandenmitglied Informationen über Mitverschwörer preisgegeben hatte. Der Informant, der anonym bleiben möchte und nachfolgend RA genannt wird, ist ohne Anklage freigelassen worden. Mehr auf Seite 13. Gerechtigkeit für Festopfer. Die zweijährige Untersuchung des Festunfalls ist abgeschlossen. Die Ermittler machen 2 von hiesigen Kraftwerken angeworbene Ingenieure verantwortlich. Der leitende Ingenieur Ant Williams und Junior-Ingenieur Sean Everett ließen sich bei der Montage des Big Whale Riesenrates von einer Unterhaltung über Horrorfilme ablenken, was zu diversen Montagefehler führte. Sie wurden zur Sozialstunden verpflichtet, die insgesamt... 1977 Gallo Reporter, Donnerstag, 12. Mai 1977, Piep, Piep, Vorsicht, Tragödie. Defekte Busbremsen, fordern 5 Tote, 16 Verletzte. Eine Tragödie ereignete sich gestern Nachmittag in Gallo Creek, als ein Bus nicht mehr bremsen konnte und mit einem Tankwagen kollidierte. Die Verstorbenen wurden als Einwohner von Gallo Creek identifiziert. Mr. D. Rod, Mr. H. Houghton, Mr. P. Stin, Mrs. Carstin und Mrs. J. Mildren. Die Polizei bittet um Rücksicht auf die Familien der Opfer. Der Vorfall wird nicht als verdächtig eingestuft. Gallo Creek Spieltag. Gallo Creek High vs. Creedride High. Liga 2, Samstag, 8. März 1969. Anstoß 15 Uhr. Offizieller Spieltag-Magazin. Gallo Creek Immobilien. Samstag, 22. März 1986. Wohnwagen zu verkaufen. Günstig. Preis 10.000 Euro. Stellplatz 101-63 Macquarie Street, Gallo Creek. Kontaktieren Sie Makler Taylor Relays für weitere Infos. Ich bin es satt, eine lokale Berühmtheit zu sein. Die Leute sind so gemein zu mir. Ich habe doch nur ein paar Autos geklaut. Wen kümmert das schon? Besorgt euch einfach neue. Ich verkaufe meinen Wohnwagen und verschwinde aus der Stadt. Ich will einfach nur weg. Bitte kauft ihn. 1987 Creedride Gesundheits- und Sicherheitskongress, 1. bis 6. September. Liegen Ihnen Gesundheit und Sicherheit am Herzen? Gut, dann besuchen den jährlichen Kongress. Mysteriöser Sondergast, der leitende Ingenieur, der 1972 das Erntefestglück von Gallo Creek verursacht hatte. Unglück, Entschuldigung. Man soll auf seinen Fehlern lernen. Tja, ich habe meine zum Beruf gemacht. Ist Ihr Wagen sicher? Sheriff Matthew mahnt Bürger nach mehreren Autodiebstählen zur erhöhten Wachsamkeit. Die Verbrechenwelle der 70er wird enden. Das versichere ich Ihnen. Wir müssen zusammenarbeiten, um diese Verbrechen zur Strecke zu bringen. Gallo Reporter, Sonntag, 3. November 1986. Ex-Lotteriegewinner kauft 24-Stunden-Tankstelle. Christine Gas and Repair ist an einen Herren verkauft worden, der vor 14 Jahren im Lotto gewonnen hat. Der neue Besitzer erklärte, die wird mich abends beschäftigen. Er hat darum gebeten, anonym zu bleiben. Tagebuch eines Autodiebes, Informationen, Buch enthüllt, alles. Jetzt erhältlich 2% Rabatt mit Gutschein. Achso, das geht nicht. Komisch, komisch. Komisch.
I wonder how the show's going.
Was ich jetzt nur doof finde, ist, dass jetzt oben die Klappe auf ist und da jeder Arsch reinkommt.
Locked. For now.
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive the janitor might be Clive the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked up.
2:40 Uhr.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Ich muss eine Lied spielen. Nein.
How's it going?
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people. We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great! Need any more help?
Friedhof nicht. Das alte Gruselhaus. Also da war er zuletzt in der Ecke. So, was haben wir denn hier? Das ist... Okay. Das ist der Bahnhof. Das ist die Feuerwehr, das ist die Pizzeria. Das ist deiner. Blumenladen. Das sind wir. So, wo der reingegangen ist. Ist hier oder hier, ne? Naja. Trailer Park. Apotheke. Hospital. Das Krankenhaus. Theater nicht. Das Kraftwerk. Wo ist denn der Trailer Park? wo ist jetzt die Tankstelle? Ah, hier. Hier ist die Tankstelle. Das ist ein Supermarkt. Also Krankenhaus, Tankstelle. Kraftwerk. Wo sind die Camping? Ah, hier Trailerpark, ne? Ja, Wohnwagensiedlung. Zuletzt haben wir mit hier geredet quasi. Da war der zuletzt gewesen. Krankenhaus, Gasstation, Trailerpark, Kraftwerk. Das Hospital.
I'm good now. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem. How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Ah, zum Glück. Station. Die Ärztin war Kim Walker, ne? Ja, Kim Walker.
Kim Walker.
And where will I find them?
The hospital.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment. Forrest, I'm through to the hospital, but they say there isn't anyone by that name there.
What? Then who? Jesus!
It sounds like something blew up!
He's using bombs now?
Oh my god. The call board, One moment. Forrest, I'm getting so many calls. Just let me... I'm gonna take us off air for a moment.
Peggy, what's happening in there? Peggy.
War das falsch?
I'm back. He blew up the gas station, Forrest.
Okay.
I spoke to the fire department and the hospital. The fire department is useless now, as you know. And, the hospital's only ambulance was at the gas station. Forrest, you've got to say something on the radio. You have to tell the town. I'm putting us back on air. Now.
Gallows Creek. I don't know how to tell you this, but, the gas station's been bombed.
Please, everyone, stay safe, stay inside, and... Oh, just bring us into some music, Forrest.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream. A classic back by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds.
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Das Studio war relativ am Anfang. So, Gallo Reporter hatten wir auch schon durch, der ist gestorben. Der hat zuletzt angerufen, meine ich. Also vor die wir gerettet haben, die im Gruselhaus. Aber die ihm war alles okay, da fand es halt einfach nur cool, was wir gemacht haben. Dann ist doch Hospital. Das Krankenhaus doch am nächsten dran. Ich verstehe das nicht. Vielleicht ist der Killer schon längst dran, weil die Klappe auf ist. Wenn die auch so machen, können wir auch nicht.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Lagerraum, Keller. Hier scheint auch nichts zu sein. Durch. Mal den Lagerraum.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Oh, das war gut.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play. Forrest, you should listen to that first tape you found.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death...
neues Bild. Da. Tonband und ein Heft. Polizeidienststelle, Size 110% Stadt Gallow Creek, Fallnummer 983A56, Datum des Berichts 3. September 1968, erstellt von Sheriff J. Matthew. Ausführlicher Bericht: Gegen 4 Uhr ging der Anruf einer Joggerin, einer Miss Sandra Sharp ein, die in der Talsperre eine angeschwemmte Leiche entdeckt hatte. Ich fuhr hin und konnte die Leiche vor Ort als die von George Barrow identifizieren. Ich setzte mich mit dem Büro des Gerichtsmediziners und mit den Eltern des Jungen in Verbindung. Sie teilten mir mit, dass sie ihn zuletzt am 2. Mai um 19 Uhr gesehen haben.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping. Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death. Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Untersuchungsbericht der County Gerichtsmedizin. Name des Verstorbenen George Brown. Zeitpunkt des Todes 2.9.1968 gegen 21 Uhr. Das stand nicht eben an. Der Verstorbene ist ein männlicher Weißer, 18 Jahre alt. Erstickungsmerkmale deuten auf Ertrinken als Todesursache hin. In Klammern weitere Details unter Abschnitt 2 Absatz 4, Klammer zu. Schürfwunden an den Fingerknöcheln stammen vermutlich von vergangenen Schlägereien, was mit der aggressiven Vorgeschichte des Verstorbenen übereinstimmt. Es wurden keine weiteren Verletzungen festgestellt. Nach Ansicht der Gerichtsmedizin gab es keine Hinweise auf ein Fremdverschulden. Zusätzlich weist der vorläufige toxikologische Bericht auf einen hohen Alkoholgehalt im Blut des Verstorbenen hin. Die Gerichtsmediziner ist der Auffassung, dass der Verstorbene im alkoholisierten Zustand schwimmen gegangen und im Zuge dessen ertrunken ist. Datum 3.9.1968, Uhrzeit 7 Uhr, Mediziner Virginia Sullivan. Tut mir leid, dass ich Ihnen das aufgebürdet habe, Virginia.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water, where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. That recording. Shut it off.
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not going to believe this.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
Moved the body? How weird.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded the doctor, Dr. Sullivan, to stop recording.
Dr. Sullivan. Wait, Virginia Sullivan? She was her caller from earlier.
Well, then our caller was involved in a conspiracy around this boy's death. We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? we don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really. How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
Plunker, hey, it's the Radio Man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Brauchst dich nicht entschuldigen. Ich wäre auch nervös. Wir müssen reden.
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Wir haben Beweise gefunden. Warum bist du dir da so sicher? Das dachten wir auch.
We found evidence to the contrary.
But...
It's true.
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you stay quiet?
All right. One day, I came into work to find
a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Du gerade sagen, Peggy?
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? We could try Sandra.
What would Sandra know?
I don't know, but we have to start somewhere. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
All right, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Stream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Warum du? Nicht lustig.
Really? Well, that sounds nice. I might just call you back tomorrow then, too.
You got my number. But what about tonight? Is there anything you want to talk about right now?
Remember why we called, Forrest.
Of course. Do you know why the whistling man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Bewahrst du ein Geheimnis? Schluss mit den Spielchen.
Damn it, Sandra, don't play games.
I don't know anything. Oh, look at the time. It sure is late. I have to go. I'll drive home now, or just drive. I'm sorry.
Well?
I might have gone a bit hard on her.
A bit?
All right, let's just move on. Well, folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.